Hey y'all, I'm Mariah Lachelle, owner of M. Lachelle Photography. If you've checked out my portfolio, you'll know that I'm a brand and commercial photographer based out of Oklahoma City. I specialize in curating storytelling images that connect potential buyers to my clients' products or services. These days, it's important to stay consistent in your visual marketing so that you can catch the attention of your target audience. Once you do, it will put your business in a perfect position to get your message out and increase your revenue. Our impression packages will help you keep the vision of your brand fresh by shooting on a quarterly or monthly basis. Not only will you have high-quality brand images for your social media platforms, but also for every other visual aspect of your business, such as websites and email marketing. If you're ready to make a lasting impression on your clients, schedule a consultation by visiting the link in my bio. Welcome to the Black Circuit, a collaborative ecosystem of everything Black, brought to you by Oklahoma Black entrepreneurs, helping catapult ambitious African Americans into the business of entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Mariah Lachelle. Today, our guest is none other than the artist Ronna Pernell of Pernell Images. We're so happy to have you here today, Ronna.
Thank you, Mariah. I'm happy to be here.
Well, if you're ready, let's just dive right into these questions here. You're an entrepreneur from Oklahoma, right?
I am from Oklahoma, born and raised, Oklahoma City.
Well, that's so awesome. So who were you growing up?
I was a spacey kid. I was bouncing to my own drum.
Like that new movie Vivo, you bounced to the beat of your own drum?
I was swinging in the swing, making like I was going to be a star like Diana Ross.
Well, we love to hear it, and you are a star now. So how were you introduced to art, and what brought you to the art of stippling?
Well, I've always been into art when I was younger. Vacation Bible School, arts and crafty during school, but the part of as far as stippling was introduced when I was in high school and taking a class called at the Foster S. Votech, which was commercial art.
Wow. So can you share how stippling is different from the art of pointillism?
Stippling is you're using one color, like with the black and white is mainly the key point, and pointillism, which people refer to like Surratt, the artist, it uses color with the dots. And when you back up from it, you can't see the dots until you get up close.
Okay. Well, that is very interesting. So, what helped you develop your style in stippling, or who moved you to that form of art?
I actually had a great teacher and mentor. Her name was Judy McGee, which believed in me. I was pregnant, mother-to-be, young mother, and I had did this large piece called Memories of a Lazy Day, and she entered it into a young talent contest, which had the opportunity to hang in the governor's mansion. But she believed in me, whereas you don't necessarily really hear people cheering you on about art and how it could be a lifelong career. Most people want you to get a regular job back in the day.
Right, I've heard it.
But I was marching to my own drum beat.
Well, it's amazing to hear that you took your own path and someone was there to help you pave the way. So let's talk about your first exhibition, Captured Moments, in 2006, and how you used the form of stippling to create that new path in art that we haven't seen much here in Oklahoma.
That was my first exhibition. Had the opportunity, was mentored by Gail Collar, which was a mentor that helped show me as far as the ropes, as far as the art business. So that particular exhibition just didn't have stippling, so I was open to color pencils, different forms, but to show my art professionally, that was an experience in itself. But I had a plan.
Okay.
And learned a lot as far as the art world, the art business side, trying to understand the art community. It just was a very wonderful learning experience, but I thought of it as a business from the beginning.
Well, that's good to hear that you put, your passion with that art, and that's what really creates the entrepreneurship role, because sometimes you just can be a creative, but you're not thinking about the business side. So how did that moment feel for you when you understood that you're also creative, but you needed to also include that this is my business now whenever you were at that exhibition?
Just to kind of give you a little bit of content, my day job, I sold a lot. I was customer service, so I understood the important part of selling what I was trying to do. So whenever you come up with something like that for the exhibition, I had a plan with marketing, as far as I paid for ads in the newspaper.
Wow.
I paid for my invitations. I networked a lot. That's what you have to understand as far as being an entrepreneur. Even though you're doing art, most artists are introverts, so they don't think about the business side of that. But me, I always had a vision from the beginning, because this is one quote that somebody had explained to me. You always have the beginning with the ending in mind, which is, it stuck with me. And then the other part as an artist to share, somebody had gave me one memorable quote also, is that your gift is to share. God gave it to you to share.
Well, I love to hear that, and we love that you are sharing your art with not only Oklahoma, but the world. So let's talk about the coloring book that you created. To me, that's sharing your art with the world. How did that moment feel when you were asked to do that coloring book?
Well, with the coloring book, I was introduced by Senator Anastasia, no, she was state representative then, Anastasia Pittman, and Bruce Fisher of the Oklahoma History Center. And it was a collective of different artists, of local artists, that they wanted to give an opportunity to present our Oklahoma history in a coloring book. And I thought that that was a wonderful idea. And then for us to be able to tell our story in a coloring book that little kids or grown-ups or whoever can really take from that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I have a little one myself, and I would love to get a copy of that for her so she can see her skin and her and your passion together, and just be able to have a good time with that. So we'll have to talk about that after we get finished with this one. But whenever you talk about your passion and seeing us in something, we want to talk about the infamous exhibition Unspoken Woman. One of the first black women in Oklahoma to be presented at the state capitol. Amazing. I was there, and I know many of us were. Can you describe to us how that came about and what the art was giving? What was it giving to us? Where were you in that moment when you created that exhibition?
First of all, I just like to give you a little background. Like, opportunities come your way that you don't expect. I got a letter in the mail inviting me to submit for the exhibition. Didn't know whether I would be accepted or not, but the whole part is that I got a packet in the mail. Didn't know who responded to me, but that's one of the opportunities. So when I submitted for the grant, which had extra help, and if you don't know in business, sometimes if you don't know something, don't be afraid to ask. And so when they accepted me, I didn't know what I was going to do, what story I was going to tell. So I thought about what the process was. At the time, I was going through like a spiritual journey, doing research on our ancestors, because I didn't know a lot. And I wanted to be something that I could relate to or tell a story. And I knew about being a mother. I knew about being a black female artist. What story was I going to tell? I was going to show our strength in an elegant manner, how we give back to our families and our communities, and back to humanity, and what value we hold in the world.
Well, I mean, what an amazing event that it was, and I know many of us were so happy and proud of you to be a part of something like that. And today we're here, we're talking to you, and we want to know about the Coffee Table album. I mean, I feel like you transitioned that beautiful day into something that we can keep forever. So with that being said, what made you transition that beautiful day into this beautifully well put Coffee Table album? What brought you to that?
Well, with that story, I felt that the collection itself, it deserved to be in a book. It was like it was like a wedding to myself at the Capitol. So I consider the book is like my honeymoon. But I felt that because I was networking with beautiful souls that helped with that particular exhibition, I wanted to acknowledge the collection, the people that memorable experience that day at the most prestigious gallery in Oklahoma. I felt that it deserved to be in a book. And then the book contains where it has narratives to each piece, which, you know, you look at an art piece, you think, what was that artist thinking? Mm-hmm. So the narratives kind of tell you what I was thinking when I was creating that piece. But the component of the narratives were written by Barbara Eichner, which she was instrumental. And that day we had a QR codes, which QR codes is nothing now, but back then it was like to break the technology, and was also the launch of my website. But the book, I felt, would have all 22 pieces collection. Mm-hmm. People that may not be able to collect my originals, but they'll have it all in one little component, that it can be a conversational piece in your home, whereas you can, it's like building a legacy that I wanted to leave with my family, and what other people can explain, and then they could see us black females in a positive manner.
Yes. Well, I know when I read the book personally, it moved me. It brought tears to my eyes. I mean, I was crying, girl. So, I mean, like you said, it's definitely done its job. I know that I'm sure it took you hours of work and to even think that through. But I just want to say personally that from my standpoint, that it's making those feelings that you have desired for it to do. So what's your favorite part about being an artist and creating these feelings for others to see?
Well, the part of being an artist is that you can create art can be whatever message that you want to portray as artists. It's you can touch the eyes of the beholder. Some people may like your art, some people may not, or may feel or understand what you're trying to say. But my overall message is I just want to keep people inspired to dream and create whatever's in your body or whatever. I think creators run the world.
Well, I get that because I see that a lot in your content. All the time I'm seeing that you're inspiring people to follow their dreams and to create their own realities, and I think that's a beautiful message that you shared through your art and through your words. So tell me more about the point of networking. What's the places that you like to be in as an artist? Where has this art of yours, what rooms has it brought you to?
Ooh, that's
a good one.
That's a good one. Well, I have been around celebrities. Unexpected opportunities have came about. Me doing things for my Fortune 500 company that I worked for. And then I did a commission piece for Walter Clyde of the Commodores.
Oh, that's cool.
And how that came about, it was like a celebration after my exhibition capture moments. That I met them through the airport by chance, and they happened to be coming to Oklahoma City, and I was explaining about my art or whatever, and that generated a relationship then, and then he hired me to do a commission piece for him.
Wow. So with these commission pieces, is it something that you normally do, or are you more on the exhibition side of an artist?
I would say I have different stages of where I've been. More so now, I'm more the exhibitionist. But I do some small commissions, but I try not to, unless you are somebody
like Clyde, right?
You don't say no. But those, I feel that I can challenge myself and try to see if I can do it. You say yes, you can do it, but then you don't know if you can do it, but you do it.
Right.
It challenges you as an artist. But more so now, what I'm drawn to is want to share my art with the world. Social media, different traveling with it, different traveling exhibitions. Originally, Outspoken Woman was supposed to be a travel exhibition, but things happen. It didn't ever travel, so that's the reason why the book.
Yes, well, that book is traveling now, okay? Because I've been seeing it everywhere. Yes. What's your favorite piece that you've created thus far in your career?
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, I'll say that there's key points, but all my creations are my babies. But the ones that resonated, one is the one that I created for the Governor's Mansion, because that was a pivotal part of my life, my younger self. Metamorphosis out of the book, the collection of Unspoken Woman. I felt that I was going through a spiritual journey, so I was becoming a butterfly.
Wow. Well, while we're talking about butterflies, girl, butterflies are my good omen, and I love the piece Metamorphosis. It speaks to me. I have it in my home, and I mean, every day I look at it and I feel something from that piece. So I really do want to ask you, what's next for you? Where will you take your art next, or where will you personally go?
Well, now that I am officially full-time artist, not working for the corporate for right now, hope that continues, but sky's the limit. I'm really ready to experience new things, explore new challenges. I want to just show that I'm evolving as an artist. Not the stippling is like a go-to thing, but I want to show my creative side as far as my growth, evolving, doing oils, which I love that color.
Beautiful. We love color. We love color. The world loves colors, I should say.
And different content, like exploring different, like realism, abstract, hopefully, or I'm not sure.
Well, we will be so happy to see you grow and show us more of your creative brain, and the things that you'll create in the future. We're just going to wrap this up a little bit. We loved speaking with you. Tell everyone where they can find you and how they can see your beautiful, amazing pieces, and give us your socials.
All right, we're going to give you the 411. So you can reach me, artist Ronna Pernell. First of all, I just want to tell you that I have two websites, a separate website for the book and a separate website for my artistry. So for the book is www.unspokenwoman.com, and you can order the book anytime today. And with just to see my current art, past art, would be www.pernellimages.com. gmail.com. And if you need to contact me by email, it's just simple, pernellimages@gmail.com. And now I'm getting ready to give you the 411 on my social media. So social media on Instagram is under Pernell Images. Just simple, not hard. LinkedIn is also, it's under Ronna Pernell. That's just no artists in there. But as far as Twitter, it's under Pernell Images. And then for my Facebook, you can reach me under my business page under Pernell Images /Unspoken Woman. Or if you're friends of mine or just want to look me up, period, personally, I relate, it's Ronna Pernell. And thank you for everybody for just giving me an opportunity to share my art with you and with the world and talk to Mariah.
Yes. Well, we want to thank our special guest artist, Ronna Pernell, for showing up here today at the Black Circuit. We'd like to thank our sponsor, M. Lachelle Photography, and we want to thank our audience for tuning in and viewing our first episode of Black Entrepreneurs. So please join us next time where we will be covering or speaking to local Black entrepreneurs and seeing what they're up to.